Starters. You know, that one very special Pokemon that you choose from 3 that you'll spend your whole journey with, raising, loving, and training to become the very best that you ever were. These Pokemon are usually better than the majority of the Pokemon that you'll find in these games, and in some games it may be the first Pokemon you ever see. But how long does it take for you to actually get one of these starters and start your journey? That's the question I wanted to find out, so I played every single mainline Pokemon game to see how fast it took from the moment I start the game to the moment I'm at that bench in front of the professor where he gives us our very first partner Pokemon. Starting with Pokemon Red. Pokemon Red, the one that started it all. You do your casual Pokemon stuff, the professor's talking to you, you name yourself. You might even name your rival. Get a little spiel of how Pokemon and humans bond together to create this beautiful world we have. Yada 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 until we are dumped into our room where we can immediately exit and not say bye to our mom because we're a horrible son. From there we just go up to this grass where Professor Oak immediately stops us and says it's unsafe to travel without a starter Pokemon. So with that, we come with him, and he has 3 very special Pokemon on the table, ready to give to me and Gary. Now, I did choose Charmander, even though he is not my favorite. I know, shocker. But I just turned right to immediately get him. My favorite is Bulbasaur. He has a very special place in my heart. 2 minutes and 3 seconds to get your starter in the very first game. Not too shabby. With that, I named him Overrated because, let's be real, he is kind of overrated. And with that, we head on to Pokemon Yellow. Now, not much changes between these games from the moment I start to the moment I get my starter. We choose our name, choose our rival's name once again, and we're shrunk down to a nugget where we can just not talk to our mom and leave the house. Why is she not worried about our well-being? I don't know. And basically from here, we do the same exact thing, only this time, the game will actually show Professor Oak catching Pikachu, which is the starter for this game, and Gary decides to run up to the only Pokeball left and steals it, because that's just what Gary would do. Either way, it's not over yet, as Professor Oak gives us that Pikachu that he just caught, and basically, yeah, we're just getting leftovers. We clocked in at 2 minutes and 36 seconds, which is just a bit longer thanks to Gary stealing that Pokeball. And the Pikachu, but fuck you, Gary. Now, I'm curious how Gold and Silver will fare against the Gen 1 games. This is definitely my favorite gen by far, and there's really no reason except nostalgia. There's nothing special about these games. They were supposed to end here. Now, we basically do the same thing, except we don't name our rival as we do that later. But we do start in our room, go out, and Mom actually cares about us in this game and talks to us. But even if we say yes to using a phone, she'll explain it to you. I mean, she's a loving mother, seriously. Unfortunately, this does create a lot of dialogue, so our time is definitely going to be a little bit more than the previous entries. But not by long, as right after this we can immediately go to the professor's lab, pick one of these lovely starters, and I immediately chose Cyndaquil because he is just adorable and he was my first ever starter. You guys like Charmander, but no, I'm a Cyndaquil guy. 2 minutes and 8 seconds. That's actually faster than Yellow. Wow. Naturally, I named him Goat, and on to the next game we go, which is Pokemon Crystal. I'm actually curious if this is going to be faster. We can finally choose if we're a boy or a girl in this game, and I love this character. This is probably my favorite character out of the older Pokemon games to play as. Now, in these games, Professor Elm has moved his table because, I don't know. And Elm is just such a weird professor. We don't really get much from him, except maybe the Master Ball. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know why Elm wasn't in the intro. I guess because these games were going to be the last in the series, but like, I need more Elm in my life. Either way, Professor Elm talks a lot here. So with that, at 2 minutes and 56 seconds, we get Totodile, which probably should have been 10 to 15 seconds earlier, but I messed up and picked Chikorita, and nobody picks Chikorita. I'm sorry, Chikorita. I don't hate Chikorita. I just know many of you probably do. Leave the poor thing alone. I'll never understand this moving truck. It's safer for me to ride in the passenger seat than it is for me to ride in the back seat. So I guess here we go again with a mother that does not give a single fuck about us. Seriously, we could have died. That's not an exaggeration. And you guys think Pal World is the game with Pokemon slaves? I got my choke out here moving boxes for me. They don't need money. What are we giving them? Probably nothing. This is the only game where we have a dad as well, which is very sad. Now, before we get our starter, we do have to go talk to our rival over next door, and this is around 2 minutes and 30 seconds. She explains to us how the professor is her dad, blah, blah, blah. And after that, we can immediately go up the route. And this time, the professor is being chased by a wild wolf. And of course, we have to save him. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So I always chose Torchic, and that's pretty much it. We have the Pokemon right there. You officially get it, I think, in the lab, but I'm going to call it right there. 3 minutes and 23 seconds. I always chose Torchic because, like, I don't know. I just like Blaziken more than the other ones. But this generation is like an all-around good trio. And I think a lot of people probably feel the same about that. Like, everybody likes Sceptile, Swampert, and Blaziken. I think it's a really good trio. Versus, like, some other gens might not be that way. Like, some people might not like Meganium, right? You might single out Venusaur. But yeah, Gen 3, very solid trio. All right, Pokemon Emerald. Great third game. Was that girl there before? Oh, we gotta come touch the Pokeball. She's supposed to go help Dad catch Pokemon. Wait, in Ruby, she went out of the house, right? I like how she's on the route all the way up, but she just doesn't help her dad. But in this game, she stays in her room. Choose Mudkip. Mudkip is amazing, cute little guy. Again, they're all great starters. That's it. 349. I think that was a little bit longer. A little bit longer to get your starter there. Fire Red and Leaf Green. I vividly remember playing these games, man. And as much as Venusaur is my favorite of the trio, I'm almost positive I played with a Charizard my first attempt because, well, he's on the front of the screen right now, you know? I'm a girl this time, bro. I don't know. I just decided to change it mid-video. Oh, did I even need to talk to her? I probably didn't need to talk to her. I don't even know why I talked to her. I guess the past, like, 3 games I needed to talk to her. You know, in the originals, you actually go into the grass. In this game, you don't. They make the grass seem so dangerous. And then all that's in the grass is just birds and rats. They act like there's a freaking Dragonite out there. Bulbasaur's in the middle, right? It's not, but I guess we're gonna pick Squirtle. 208, man. Squirtle's awesome, dude. I always liked how the middle evolutions look like the teenage version, right? Except Culloden. That thing could fucking... We are officially done with the Game Boy games, and now we have a plethora of DS games to check how fast we can get our starter in. The first one up is Pokemon Pearl. I would say a lot of people's favorite game is probably this one. How fast can you talk to the professor in every Pokemon game? That's a cool idea. Obviously, it wouldn't be this little intro segment that I'm talking about. Dawn is the better option, always. Honestly, I like Professor Rowan's, like, personality. He's just chill. He's got a briefcase. Any man that has a briefcase, you know that man's either doing something illegal or is getting ready to work. And getting ready to work could be something illegal. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl are great games, but I'm not gonna lie with you. The first time I played this game as a child, I thought this was something else. I did not think that that was her apron. I don't know. Thud. Famous Thud. These games just have such charm to them. And a lot of these older games have a lot of charm to them that, like, I don't know. I just feel like the new ones lack. This kid's excited. He's bumping into everybody. Like, imagine Nimona bumping into you instead of just running up to you all happy. Like, just imagine her bumping into you. Like, the actual animation of her bumping into you. Nah, it's too much for them. They don't sell enough of these games for them to be doing all that. These games actually take a bit of time to get your starter. We're almost there. 4 minutes and we don't have a starter yet. That's crazy. Straightforward, the previous entries were where we just literally start the game and you have a starter within like 2 minutes. Although this is still pretty short. Just like the Hoenn games, at the briefcase is when you get your starter, but technically the professor gives it to you when you're at their lab. But it never actually leaves your party, so this is what I'm counting as getting our starter. By the way, Turtwig, I love Turtwig. He's gotta be my favorite Gen 4 starter. All right, Pokemon Platinum. I actually did not play this game as a kid. My brother was the one that got this game, and I don't think I really ever played it because I was saving money for HeartGold and SoulSilver. And I think even as a kid, I knew that me getting Platinum, like, it was gonna be different from Diamond and Pearl, but it was like, it's like I can live. This is Renegade Platinum. What am I doing? Okay. Now this is regular Platinum. Gonna get the same red Gyarados. Now a couple of things are changed from Diamond and Pearl. Wait, what? That was the comment left by Professor Rowan, who has returned to Sinnoh from the Kanto region. I do not... Was that not the red Gyarados for both games? Yeah, so Barry comes in our room here first. And then instead of going to the lake, yeah, we choose it en route 201. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just stop us right here before going into the grass because there is no red Gyarados report. This is an alternate universe. And stop! Hold it! Bro, nothing's gonna happen, bro. There's literally Bidoof in the grass. I think we'll be fine. Starly, on the other hand, that thing is probably dangerous. You get a flock of Starly start pecking at you, you'll start bleeding. And after all that conversation, we finally get to choose our starter. Chimchar it is. And there we go. 5:19. 5 minutes and 19 seconds to get a starter in this game. Definitely slower than Diamond and Pearl. And this guy just keeps on talking. That's crazy. Alright, might as well do the remakes, because they're probably slower. Now, these are my favorite games by far. No! I am a boy! And nobody will tell me otherwise. Honestly, the art style of just the way the chibis look and the world looks in HeartGold and Diamond and Pearl, I really like. But I like HeartGold a little more. I don't know. It just feels more vibrant, I guess. I really like it. I like the overworld in this game. There we go again. Lyra's Meryl bumping into me. Where'd you get this thing? In the wild? You know what? Actually, probably did get it in the wild. All right, directly in. Look at that stalker just looking in the window. And I'm actually going to waste time here and pick Cyndaquil because I love this animation too right here. Oh, you guys can't see it because it's on the bottom screen. The Pokeball opens up. It's so nice. You know what? I think I remember why I like these games so much. And look at him. He's just out of his Pokeball following me. Just look at him walk. Just look at him walk. And his fire moves. I mean, like, you can't beat it. I love it so much. Now, as much as I love Pokemon HeartGold and SoulSilver, if it wasn't for the nostalgia factor, oh my god, just everything about these games. I will say it triggered me that Reshiram is in Pokemon Black and Zekrom is in Pokemon White. Triggered me. I'm triggered. How fast can we get a starter in these games? Because as you can see, the text is already faster than the previous DS games. People talk about Professor Sada being hot. What are those people on? Like, Professor Juniper back in the day is where it was at. She got green eyes, bro. I didn't even notice. I probably just noticed that right now. Okay, we're a minute mark in. Dude, everything about these games is just wonderful. I love it. I love it. I love it. They'll never do this again. It honestly pains me. I would literally take a 2D game of this over a 3D game the way they made it. We're not even a minute and 30 in, and we're about to get our starter. This is how fast you get a starter in this game. If Bianca would just show up on... Are we gonna make the 2 minute mark? Are we gonna do this before 2 minutes? There is a letter we have to read. Oh, we got 10 seconds. Oh my god, let me pick them. Oh. That's it. That's it. That's 8. That was under 2 minutes. That's how fast you get a starter in this game, because it's just in your room. That's crazy. A minute and 56. That's probably going to be the fastest you can get a starter in these games. Nothing else beats that, not even White 2. White 2, you have to go upstairs. Speaking of White 2, these games are everything a sequel should be. I shouldn't start in the same town doing the same thing. It should be a different story. 2 years in the future. You don't even, like, see Juniper until way later in this game. Pokemon White version. Oh yeah, this is long. I wonder if this is gonna be slower or faster to get a starter than like Platinum or Diamond and Pearl. I'm curious. Bro, that's not... Dude, we are in poverty, bro. I need to be the champion ASAP. What is this? This is a studio. This is a studio and we just put up a wall. Where's my door? Where's my private? Where's your room? She never has a room. It's already been 3 minutes. That's crazy. How fast can you fight your rival in every Pokemon game? This number varies, because in this game, it's right after you get your starter, but in other games, it might take a little longer. I think it's going to be faster than Platinum. I don't know if we'll be faster than Diamond and Pearl, though. Oshawott. And you've chosen Oshawott. There we go. 4 minutes and 12 seconds to get a starter in Black and White 2. Not too bad. Most of these have been under 5 minutes except for like Platinum. I don't think anything's beating Black and White. But let's move on to the 3DS era of Pokemon games. Pokemon X and Y. I did not play these games on release, so I really have no connection to them. But I'd assume that these games are probably going to be one of the longer ones to get a starter, or it's going to be Sun and Moon. Professor Turo, who? It's crazy. One of these games we finished under 2 minutes, and this game, we're not even out of the intro scene yet. I will say I do love this intro scene. I think it's amazing. Like this little Fletching going up the stairs and poking you. I think it's great. Like, how does this game have more life than Scarlet and Violet. It makes no sense. Isn't this the one game that they give Mama room? I'm gonna waste some time here. They do give Mama room. We're living in luxury over here. You gotta go through this whole piece of dialogue just to get your starter. Shiny hunting in this game is horrible. Honestly, not too bad of a time though. Okay, Fennekin. Around 4 minutes and 7 seconds. That's not too bad, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be a lot longer. That's right up there with the Sinnoh games. Oh, man, these remakes. They're not the best remakes, but, I mean, they're still nostalgic for me. Dude, that mountain looks like it has more texture than fucking Scarlet and Violet. Oh, my God. If anything, they're about the same, but it looks like it has more texture. Dude, what are they doing? Continue. Oh man, hold on. Curious how much slower these games are. Am I a boy or I'm a girl, bruh? I'm a girl. Sinnoh music and Hoenn music is like, oh my god. I don't know if it's just nostalgia or what. Like, obviously Gen 5 music slaps, and that's probably my favorite. But like, they even got them a chokehold in boxes. Gen 3 music, oh my gosh, man. Just with the cinematics, this actually takes a lot longer than Gen 3. This might take longer than Gen 6. Brendan, I don't care. I'm just trying to get my starter. Come on. So this is actually a little bit longer than Gen 6. Trico. And essentially we have the Pokemon right there. I'm going to call it at 5 minutes and 31 seconds. How could you hate any of these 3 starters? Like, seriously. Now, I am going to do both Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon because they are different, obviously, in the beginning, and the times vary. I'm not looking forward to this. This is the worst thing ever, man. It is so hard to replay these games. It makes me want to rip my hair out. As always, we got to sit through cutscenes in these games. And while for a first playthrough, it is pretty good, replaying this game, they're just so annoying. Dude, we gotta go through the entire thing with Lily before we get our starter, right? No? Oh my god, we're in the trenches. That mattress is horrible. Classic Kukui, just walking in, not knocking. My mother could have been naked. Okay, we're on Route 1, and I think we get our starter right now, but it's already been almost 8 minutes. Haven't even realized. I've just been mashing A this entire time. Do we even get the starter right now? I don't remember. 9 minutes. I still don't have a starter. Holy sh! Come on, Kukui. Okay, I think we get it up here on the little platform. Wait, no, we do the Lily thing first? I knew I wasn't crazy. Honestly, the story in these games aren't bad. That was 2 minutes. It's 12. We're at 12 minutes? No way. Okay, from here, I do think we go get our starter. Okay, here we go. 14 minutes, and the starters are right in front of us. Let me know which one is your favorite. I definitely love Rowlet the most out of this trio. Yes, I will choose Rowlet. I guess right there, I'm going to call it at 14:45 because it says I chose Rowlet. Dude, this Pokemon is just so cute, man. I guess technically you get the starter right here. It probably, just with that little cutscene, would have been like a minute more, like 15 and 30 seconds. But I'm just going to call it at 14:45 because it said I chose Rowlet. That's crazy, though. 15 minutes just to get your starter. Let's move on to Ultra Sun and Moon. These games are a little bit different in the beginning, with you not getting your starter over there in Iki Town, but instead right behind your house on Route 1. God, man. To go through all this again, like, Jesus. I'm just going to skip to when we get it, bro. No, someone save me. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. All these are really cute. I'm not going to lie with you. We are significantly less on time. Still long, but definitely like half the time here. It might be exactly half the time. Let's see. See, this time it doesn't say I choose Poplio until I grab it, probably. And there we go. 7 minutes and 46 seconds to get your starter in Ultra Sun and Moon. This is probably almost exactly half the time it takes from Sun and Moon. How are you saying no to that smile? You're not. If Poplio asks for a treat, you give it a treat. All right, how fast can we get a starter? And let's go Pikachu. All right, Pokemon Sword and Shield is another game that I just did not play on release. How long is it going to take to get a starter in Pokemon Sword and Shield? Because everybody's dying to know how long it takes to get one of the 3 starters. Probably the worst set of starters we've ever gotten. Some people might argue that Gen 5 sucks. I love Gen 5, but I could see people hating that. But in my opinion, these 3 suck compared to everybody else. I don't hate Grookey. I don't hate Scorbunny. I don't hate Sobble. And Teleon, though, that thing can go suck my... Bro, you got to go through this whole little tournament intro. We got a nice room, man. I don't say bye to mom because I'm just like that. The Pokemon, man. They're so intelligent in this region. Galar is #1 in Pokemon intelligence. That's a proven statistic, by the way. Okay, I think we just go down to Wedgehurst, talk to Leon, come back, and the starter's ours. 6 minutes already. Is this gonna be faster than Ultra Sun and Moon? That's the question I'm asking myself right now. What's with this 3? Is there some lore I don't know about this 3 that he's putting up? This gang sign? All right, here we go. The 3 starters of the Galar region, Grookey, Scorbunny, and Sobble. All 3, in my opinion, are great. It's just the finals that I don't like. So it looks like Sword and Shield is actually more time to pick your starter than Ultra Sun and Moon. Is he mine? I guess. There we go. 8 minutes and 49 seconds to get a starter in Pokemon Shield. That is faster than Ultra Sun and Moon. Not too bad. Pokemon Legends Arceus is not a mainline game, but I know I'm gonna get comments of people just, no Legends Arceus? No Legends Arceus? What about Legends Arceus? Yeah, here you go. This is how fast you get a starter at Legends Arceus. Because it's a goated game, so why should I not include it? I feel like there was more effort put into this game than Scarlet and Violet. There might have been more effort put into Black and White than Scarlet and Violet. Gosh, man, what are they doing? We need Celebi. We need Legend Celebi right now. Oh my gosh. 3 great starter choices, man. Come on, give me those sweet, sweet starters. I'm itching for them. Starters just have this... Look at him bouncing. For some reason, I thought I was going to obtain my starter right now. But we actually don't obtain the starter right now. We do catch them, but obviously I'm not going to count that because you officially get the starter at the hall. So we got to actually catch these guys right now. Why did they take this feature out, man? Benny from the block. So this is actually longer than I anticipated. It's 10 minutes right now and 30 seconds, and we still have not gotten our starter. Instead, we are outside enjoying dinner. Can't complain. I love free dinner. I think Legends Arceus is going to be slower than Sun and Moon to get a starter. Oh, it's coming close here. I think Legends Arceus is going to be slower. Technically, we're already slower by the time I stopped it, because I think I stopped it at 14:45. Technically, we got the starter in Sun and Moon around 15 minutes and 30 seconds. Yeah, wow. This is going to take less than that, or this is going to take more time than that. That's insane. 15 minutes, man, just to get a starter in this game. I guess it's good that we included it then. Do I have it? Is it mine? I think it's mine. There we go. Okay, it's mine. 16 minutes, man. Holy crap. The non-mainline game is the longest game to get a starter in. Technically, it's Sun and Moon because this is not a mainline game. But if you include this one, the longest game to get a starter in is Legends Arceus. Because I'm pretty sure Scarlet and Violet, you just get it right there. So we're fine. Oh, I almost forgot about Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Now for the moment of truth. The latest installment in the franchise, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, a dumpster fire of a game to some people. How fast does it take to get a starter in these games? It is the question that everybody has had on their mind since the games came out, and I'm here to solve that mystery. Despite this game being extremely slow, it's definitely going to beat Sun and Moon, Legends Arceus, and it might surprise me. Maybe it beats more. It's crazy how we've gone from 2 minutes to like 15 minutes for some games. Wide awake. We're not sleeping this time or falling out from things in the sky. We gotta be the richest person. We gotta be the richest person out of every... Stop talking to the fucking squirrel. Dude, we've gotta be the richest character in all of Pokemon. We got a full-on kitchen. We got an island. She's got 3 couches. It's a 2-story building. I mean, what other home, except for maybe like the home we live in Kalos? That home is pretty good. This home is huge. It's made out of brick. All the furniture she has. Bro, that can't be my mom. No way. There's no way. That's my sister right there. That is my sister. That is not my mom. Come on, Clavel. Give me those 3 starters. There they are. Dude, how can you hate that thing? Nothing much is going on. It's literally just that, like, load times are slow, the cutscenes are slow, and you walking is slow. And obviously frame rate issues. That's literally it. Like, nothing has really happened. There's not a shit ton of dialogue in this game, or at least right now. It's literally just that it's going so slow frame rate wise, and like how we walk. How the Pokeballs come out when he throws them. We walk so unbelievably slow. Okay, this actually took a little longer than I expected. Pokemon are dangerous, bro. That thing could light your house on fire. I think the people in Hisui were onto something. Did he even take a bite out of... There's no bite in the fucking apple? What? What is this company doing, man? Look at that foliage, bro. High quality foliage right there. Damn, getting your starter in this game actually took longer than I anticipated. 11 minutes. Let me pick my starter. And you best believe I'm picking the best starter out of this trio. There's no other option. I'm gonna call it right there. 11 minutes and 55 seconds. To get your starter in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. That was actually longer than I thought it was going to be honest with you. Well, there you have it. That's how long it takes to get a starter in every single Pokemon game. Every single mainline one, that is. Aside from Legends Arceus. But yeah, here's the list if you want to see it, and do what you wish with this information. I don't know what you could do with this information, but it's here if you want it. And as always, Nimona,